How's everybody doing? This is Dr. Sean Brown here from Brooklyn College. I'm in the Educational Leadership Program, and I teach a course in management, specifically in finances and personnel. And I wanted to start using YouTube as a way to record some of my sessions for students who missed a class or they just wanted to use it as a resource when they go into leadership. So I'm excited to be using this platform, and I hope that it helps. So the first thing I'm going to do here is share my screen. And great, there we go. Good. So, like I said it before, this is a course in management, and specifically around management, we're going to be looking at resources that focus on finance and personnel. And okay, great. So the course is held in Brooklyn College on campus on Thursdays. If you'd like, my contact information is in your syllabus that was given to you. This is a 3-credit course, and we meet in the evenings on Thursday. And the building will also be in the syllabus, so you guys can go and check that out. And besides managing resources, I wanted to put a bit of a spin on finances and personnel, and it's a hip-hop spin, if you can tell by the cover that was created. This is a play on the Notorious B.I.G.'s album, Ready to Die. Ready to Die. And I flipped it around a little bit and said, are you ready to lead? And it's a statement, because as you guys go into schools, you will be pretty much the most influential factor in that school's success. So you have to be ready to do that. And I love hip hop, and it keeps me engaged, so that's the reason that I've kind of created a mixtape almost for this course. The course meets for approximately 14 sessions. The days that we don't meet and the times that we don't meet will be posted. You should also go to the school's website to look at the times that we have Ramadan and different celebrations that calls for the school to be closed. The time is pretty strict. Everyone needs to be at the course on time, and kind of helps that you have a class beforehand so you don't have to worry about getting to the class on time and it's in the same building. In terms of the workload, we use Harvard 1-minute papers as assessments. Once in a while we have quizzes, we'll have a midterm, we'll have a final. And for myself, it's just a way for me to check and assess and see if you guys are learning the material the way that you should be learning the material. And all of our notes from the class will be posted on Google Classroom, which is the platform that I like to use. So if you have questions, if you have papers, every assignment will be on Google Classroom. And finally, YouTube. This is a new platform I'll be using, so you can have the slides at hand when you're ready. Brooklyn College, my alma mater. I've been here for a very long time, probably too much time has been spent here. 2 masters from here, one in general and special education, one in leadership. And they have a bunch of standards that we have to meet. Standards around developing a mission and vision, ethics and professional norms, equity, culture, responsiveness, cultural responsiveness, curriculum, instruction, assessment, community of care. The standard that we're going to come up, that is going to come up a lot, is Standard 9, which is operations and management, which is a big part of our focus in the school. Operations and management speaks about how you go about leading your building, what structures and systems you have in place, specifically around your finances, how you go about delegating responsibilities or allocating funds to different lines. So we'll talk a lot about operations and management. So the class is twofold. Part of what we're going to be talking about is finances. Topics such as the use of your P card, per session, Galaxy, DOE vouchers, vendors. Those topics will be discussed. The other part of the course focuses on leadership and personnel and working with people, conflict, addressing narcissism, race, class, gender, socioeconomic statuses, management, hiring, firing, disciplinary actions. We're going to look a lot at ourselves. It's a very reflective part of the course where we kind of analyze ourselves and not so much what we do. Additional readings that I suggest is one, purchasing the book School Budgeting. It's a really good book. Very black and white in terms of what you should and should not be doing as a school leader around your budget. I think in terms of New York City, there's some specifics that the book doesn't cover, and because of that, we'll be using other texts to support what we're doing. The next book we will be reading is Ghetto Schooling, or looking at is Ghetto Schooling by Gene Annion. It's a great book that looks at how urban schools came to be, how they are, how finances shifted the landscape in certain urban cities like Detroit. This book specifically speaks about Newark, New York City, and how it changed the resources that schools were allowed to have in order to improve their schools. And Jonathan Kozol's Savage Inequality is a great piece of text that talks about some of the challenges that certain subgroups of students face, specifically students of color, and how these inequalities lead to disparities in educational outcomes. A great book to read also is Death at an Early Age by Jonathan Kozol. It talks about his experiences, I believe, in the Boston public school educational system and the treatment that a lot of those students receive. So this is a great text to read. And I'll just be giving you guys a bunch of articles, research papers, and so on and so forth that are free online. And that'll all be in your syllabus as well. Harvard 1 Minute Papers and chapter summaries, reflection papers, and final papers. These are all the pieces of writing that we'll be using to assess your learning. Each class you'll be completing a Harvard 1 Minute paper, which basically asks simple questions about what you read that reflected, like you resonated with, and what didn't resonate, or what questions you have. And this is a great way for me to course correct as I go through our sessions and know what patterns in terms of your understanding of the lessons I need to go over. So if everybody is misunderstanding something about codes and Galaxy, then I might need to go over that. And I can see that through your Harvard 1 Minute papers. And chapter summaries are really simple. It gives you scenarios you can think about and then go over and respond to. Your midterm and your final, the description of what you should be doing is there. Also in your syllabus. If you have questions about it, we can speak about it in person. So there's two sides to the curriculum. One is finances, next is personnel. And I use a lot of themes from hip hop because, in terms of metacognition and how I like to learn, music is a big part of it, and it keeps me engaged as a part of my culture. Something I'm very indignant about in terms of my learning style. There has to be some music attached to it. For whatever reason, I'm able to retain information better. And I think there's a lot of themes that we can explore and hear some of the titles, and you can get a chance to go back and pause it and look at some of the themes when you have some time. The favorite part of this entire course for me is the B-side. We're looking at deeper concepts in leadership, narcissism, and dealing with conflict, and how your childhood impacts your leadership style. I really do enjoy a lot of these topics, and I'm excited to talk about it. So here, this class talks about exploring the impact of budgeting and management and leadership. And I thought about money, power, respect, and how these different concepts interact with one another in a school. How the finances, people who have power based on titles, and respect that some people gain in their schools are all different. It's all very different concepts. And we're going to talk about that in class. And the last part of this class specifically is the article that I'll leave in the description that talks about management and leadership. And for yourself as a school leader, you have to know that it's a big difference between being an amazing manager and being a leader. We have a lot of managers, people who can, assign someone a role and follow up and document, and they have structures and systems. That stuff is great. Then there's a leader, the person who leads by example, the person who leads by